Trash impact on the environment. Trash is inevitable, at least while humans are on this earth. Even though it's inevitable, we need to gain control of it. Did you know that the U.S. is the #1 trash producing country in the world? It's estimated that 1,609 pounds of trash is produced per person per year. Did you know that that means 5% of the world is creating 40% of its waste? Isn't that crazy to think about? We all know ways to reduce the trash that our homes are producing, whether it's recycling, using cloth or cotton bags for groceries, using permanent plates or utensils instead of plastic and styrofoam, and more. The U.S. is the #1 trash producing country in the world. It's a terrible accomplishment we have received. Annually, every single person in America is throwing out 1,200 pounds of composable organic garbage. According to DoSomething.org, the EPA estimates that 75% of American waste stream is recyclable, but we're only recycling about 30% of it. Did you know that the U.S. generates around 21.5 million tons of food waste every year? If we took the initiative and actually compost that food, it would reduce the same amount of greenhouse gas that would be equivalent to taking 2 million cars off the road. Just that is helping with other problems in our environment like pollution, global warming, etc. Just as I've said, taking initiative is what will ultimately help reduce how much garbage there is in the world and how we can help our environment. Americans are producing way too much trash. According to planeta.org, in total, Americans generate 254 million tons of trash in 2013 alone, which is about 4.4 pounds per person per day. Recycling is a huge way to help the environment, and I know you're probably sick of hearing about it all the time, but it is true and important. As the video I just showed, we need to do more because our environment, land and sea, are suffering. So some ways you can help the environment other than recycling is using cloth bags instead of plastic bags for groceries, conservation like turning off lights when you leave the room, and creating a meal plan. A meal plan can help cut down on the food waste. Back to the note of recycling. We're not doing it enough. We're only recycling about 34% of our waste, and while that's a record for America, Americans are still producing way too much waste too quickly for it to help. People have a lot of ways and excuses as to why they don't recycle. Some of the biggest reasons are forgetting it takes too much time, it's not convenient enough. According to HuffPost.com, recycling is a behavior. Brian Elicavoli, an assistant psychiatrist professor at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York City, told Huffington Post. Now that I've gone through a lot of information, and hopefully you're still awake, do you think any differently? Does knowing that we're killing our environment change your views or beliefs about garbage? It's important that you take initiative, and everything you do can help. Whether it's taking the time to recycle properly, using eco-friendly alternatives like cloth bags, or just simply learning about how much waste we're actually producing as Americans, it would make a huge difference if everyone did at least a little something. So I hope you found this as educational as I did. We only have one world, so we need to take care of it. So I implore you, dare you, to change and make a difference.